Hey, what's going on? It's your boy DMac, and it's the march towards history. So the Rockies are down 7-2 in the bottom of the eighth here. I got to do some stuff over here. Here for your comments. Now, the concept of this is perhaps insanely stupid. This might be one of the dumber things we've done. Mia, it's a strikeout. So the concept, though, is this: um, if it's going to be a historic thing for the Rockies, why not document it? So I've definitely invited like other people from the station to join me, but like in all, it's a watch log. I'm kind of fascinated to see who will even have any comments here today. But it's a way to sort of like now you have to understand something. I'm not rooting against the Rockies here, and I'm not hoping for them to lose. In fact, just the opposite. I want them to win. But like, how do you become literally the worst team of all time? Well, in today's game against the Mets, oh, is that going to be a home run? Yeah, that's a home run. Okay. That's McNeil hits a bomb. Soto has a home run in this one. McNeil just went deep on Meja. So that stretches it to 8-2. So McNeil's third of the year. So I mean that's one way you do it. that's it's one way it happens. Uh, so the Rockies game, Sensatella is terrible. Like even though he throws mid to upper 90s, Sensatella just can't. I mean, he's terrible. I'm gonna get to the comments. I'll definitely get to every single comment because seriously, if you're watching this, maybe you need some help. March towards history. What do we got? Mets 8, Rocks 2, and we are in the bottom of the eighth. All right, we'll make it official here. Oh wow. Oh, that was cool. Well, Mickey Boniak almost threw out that was right out of Little League. Boniak almost threw the runner out from first right field. Well, that'd have been cool if that happened. All right, let me get some comments here. Road to 135, to quote Ted Lasso, believe. Thank you, Sean. What's up, Kevin? Is only interested in selling an experience, not winning. Oh, Rockies ownership. Yeah, I mean, the most common critique here will be a rip on Rockies ownership. I understand that. I get that. Good thing they fired Bud Black. That was definitely the problem. It's part of the problem. Hey, it's my mom checking in. The Red Sox are worse. No, mom. No. Literally nobody's worse since like the 1800s. So that's the point of march towards history. One more loss today if the Rockies lose, and they're going to lose this one too. They tie the 1895 Louisville Colonels for most games played before winning their 10th game. They broke the modern era record with loss 46. So today should do the trick on that one. So we're talking about the 1895 Louisville Cardinals. Yeah, we're into bizarre territory here. Hard to imagine the '68 Mets were better, but here we are. Yeah, yeah. The march towards history concept is simply because nothing's ever happened like this before. Oh, they struck out Lindor though. That's a good start. Mejia gets a strikeout. Two down. Runner on first. I'm getting the box score up here for you. Listen, I'm not going to promise that I'm going to do this for every game. Like I was going to start last night, and then I was just out with Cat Cave, and it was like, no, I mean, we had something else to do. So, but if I'm around, and tonight we're going out to a yacht rock concert, but doors don't open for another hour and a half on that one. But I'll be getting out of here and then headed to yacht rock. Acuna up for the Mets. I think starting in the bottom of the eighth is the way to go, by the way. I think it's enough time to sort of give you what's going on in the game. And if it's close, it'll be exciting to watch. And if not, whatever. So tomorrow they start really early for us, 11 a.m. So I don't really have any plans. So we'll probably do this again tomorrow. Senzatella is just so bad. So why they lose today? Well, they gave up 4 runs in the first, and then Tapper to McMahon. Oh, he's out. Okay, so we go top of the ninth, and the Rockies need 6 runs to keep this game going. I'm definitely not holding my breath for that. So yeah, how did we get here today? And again, uh, perhaps the best way to figure this all out is just to document it at this point, as the Rockies are 9-48, soon to be 9-49. They're 3-26 on the road. So today, Tovar hits a home run in the top of the first, so that's cool. And then Sensatella, who is terrible, gave up 4 runs, and I think they were all earned. Pretty sure they were. Yeah, they were all earned. Gives up 4 runs, and now you're down 4-1. So how do you respond? Well, you don't. The Rockies didn't get their next hit in the game until the 7th inning, and they did scratch across 1 run, which was cool. But then Mija gives up a home run, and you lose that run. So now you're going. And also in the 4th inning, they gave up 3 runs with 2 outs. They have allowed today 3 home runs. They do have a couple of errors. Estrada at second base has a couple of errors, but those errors actually didn't lead to anything aside from a couple of more pitches. So you can't say bad fielding cost them today. What's costing them today, of course, and they're not even striking out like that much. I mean, they've struck out 8 times, which isn't great, but it's not completely horrible. The Mets have struck out 7 times. They've had 4 walks. The Mets have had 4 walks. It's really just, the pitching today and, the lack of 0 timely hitting. So, yeah, that's how we're there. So let me get to your comments here as we watch the rest of this. Let's go here. DMac, you should sleep on a billboard until the Rocks win another series. Pull the G-Man, huh? I am not going to pull a G-Man for this Rockies team. All right, we're in the top of the ninth. That being said, I appreciate so many people chiming in. Quite a few people actually watching this, which is seriously, we should all really check what our lives are about. So Hunter Goodman, who's 0 for 3 today, he might be our all-star, which is terrifying. Yeah, the Rockies only have 2 hits in this game. They have just as many errors in this game as hits. So poor pitching, can't batten down an inning, and no hitting. 2 hits. Tovar's home run and Estrada has a hit. He's a relatively new third baseman. So can't hit, can't pitch. Fielding, not great today, but it didn't cost you. And Goodman strikes out. Man, they'll be 9-49. Crazy. 9-49. Unless they can make a unbelievable comeback here with 1 out in the top of the 9th. But again, I'm not rooting for them to lose. Not rooting for them to lose. Hoping they win. Let's get some more of your comments here. What are you hoping to see through the rest of the season? Well, I want the development of young players, and I want to get some wins. And I don't want them to be the worst team of all time. So, I mean, they have to get at least 42 wins to not be the worst team of all time in the modern era. Then you get into some really weird territory if they're going to be the worst team in the history of baseball, which seems impossible because there's something in the 1800s that, I mean, it was kind of like beyond bizarrely abysmal. Let's see. So organization is so embarrassing. I give it a shot every day. Oh, Antonio is awful. I know. And he actually throws pretty hard. Happier doing this. Historic train wreck needs to be covered. I actually kind of agree with you. If it was just a bad team, this wouldn't be interesting. The march towards history is interesting. All right, Mac. All right. Mac hits a bullet down the right field. That's going to be a double. There you go. Cruises into second. Nice job, Ryan McMahon. As bad as Sensatella is, the pitching they've had this year would get them a lot of wins. In the past, the hitting has been horrendous. What's been really interesting, Adam, on that note, is how many games under 3 runs they've lost. And of their 9 wins, 6 have been by less than 3 runs. They have lost an extraordinary amount of close games. Now, today is likely not going to be one. So today's just a little boring. But last night was a close game. Their series against the Phillies are not. Who was it before? Who was it? It wasn't the Phillies. It's the Phillies, Yankees. The Yankees, I guess. I don't know. Let's go on strike outside of Coors Field. Well, you can do whatever you want, man. I appreciate passion. Why not worst team might be the only thing that might motivate a radical change in direction. 5-3 to Estrada. He's out, 2 outs. I'm not rooting against the Rockies. But you're going to have you need, even if they're not the worst team of all time, they're going to need radical change. It's whatever. There you go. What was your favorite memory from the Spiders' historic season? We need to look that up. We need to start looking up. The Spiders were, I think, the literal worst team of all time. No more humidor. No more humidor. Let's see here. In Long, though, want a winning team. Okay, sorry, I couldn't hear that. What's up, Daniel? Good to see you there, pal. All right, this is likely going to be the last out. Brenton Doyle hits a very light, lazy fly ball left fields. All right, so it's a final. Wow, so the Rockies get 3 hits in a game. 8-2 is the final. Crazy, huh? All right, so they lose another series because it's only a 3-game set there with New York. So they lose another series. They lose another series. Let's see if there's some instant stats here. Freeland 0-8. Yeah. He actually pitched pretty good yesterday. All right. Rocks is from Patrick Saunders. Lose 7th straight. Fall 8-2. Rockies are 9-49. They've lost 22 consecutive series. Senga set down 14 in a row in the middle of the game. And they just Senzatella gave up 8 hits, back-to-back home runs. Soto hit 1. Nimmo, who's from Cheyenne, Wyoming. That's kind of cool. He hit 1. Yeah, Senzatella is terrible. Senzatella should not start another game for the Rockies. So today they sent down Tolia because he was leading the league in strikeouts. It's terrible. Rollison, 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs. Vodnik, an inning, no hits, no runs. And Maya gave up a home run. So gave up 2 hits and the home run. So the relief pitching for the Rockies today, 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. I mean, that's not bad. There's crazy, little good things that are happening during this, horrific stretch. But, Antonio Senzatella, I mean, he is so bad. I mean, I don't understand why this dude is pitching for them at all. He's 1-10 on the season. No, they haven't updated all these numbers here. But I'm looking at ESPN stats. But yeah, he's 1-10 on the season. His ERA is 7.14. He had 2 strikeouts. He doesn't really strike anybody out. Gave up a couple of home runs. He's terrible, man. 8 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned. The dude stinks. And I don't know, at some point he might have been all right, but not now. I mean, he's just brutally bad. So if we're documenting what to do here, one of the things is to no longer pitch Antonio Senzatella. I mean, it makes absolutely positively no sense. Whatever you got in Albuquerque has got to be better than him. He's terrible. Pitches poorly, doesn't look like he's in great shape. There's no energy from the team when he's out there. I mean, it's bad. Rockies 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. The errors were both by Estrada at second. They, like I said, they didn't really lead to anything. In fact, after one of the errors, they on the next pitch they got a double play, so it wasn't really a big deal. What else can I tell you? This one kind of sucks because, most of the Rockies games have actually been kind of close and been a little bit more interesting. This one, like I said, you gave up 4 in the bottom of the first. With 2 outs, you gave up 3 in the bottom of the fourth. I mean, you only got 3 hits the entire game, including Ryan McMahon's double there in the second. Tovar hit a home run in the top of the first. So this one, this is like, this is one if you just want to say, oh, you guys are just terrible. And weren't even close. You win on this one for sure. So there's not much to get into. I'll clean up the rest of your comments, and then I'm going to a yacht rock concert. Let's see here. Yeah, and I'm just talking about the Rockies. I'm not going to be talking about anything else here today. Can the city of Denver buy the Rockies like Green Bay? No, they cannot, Daniel. I wish the Broncos ownership could buy the Rockies. Rockies ownership is so pathetic and embarrassing. Yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of ownership critiques here. I get it. I hope they can at least win one before the All-Star game. Well, you get into the weird conversation when you've lost 7 in a row again. Like, how exactly do you win one? I grew up in New York, became a Mets fan in 1966 when I was 11, moved to Colorado in 74, became a Rockies fan when they began. It's been rough. Hey, I'm right there with Joseph as a recovering Red Sox fan. Red Sox are 28 wins, 31 losses. You are right. The Rockies are worse. Yeah, Mom, it's not a little worse. It's way worse. The Rockies are having a season that we haven't seen since the 1800s. The numbers and the and I was all for the termination of Bud Black, and I like the cut of Warren Schaefer's jib. But listen, you're well within your rights if you just want to rip me and say, "Oh, Bud didn't make it." Well, okay. I mean, you win that argument wrong. But I like Warren Schaefer, but he's part of the issue too, because you're just hiring retreads like Clint Hurdle or a guy like Warren Schaefer, who is your third base coach, and he's interim. You know, you need to do something just like crazy out of the box and completely different. There's plenty wrong with me. That's why I'm here. Well, Michael, you and me both. Let's see what they're going to do on the post game. I don't know if they're going to. Why don't we just do this with the Colorado connections and the pitching with David Peterson and Kyle Freeland. All right, let's hear what they say, Drew. All right, they say 1 or 2 runs ain't going to get it done. It's cool. Tovar got a homer to start. And Antonio gives up 4 in the bottom. Multi-home runs from the Mets. Senga in the fork ball is going to be a tough one. Senga was great. All right. Yeah, frankly, when the Mets got up 4-1 after 1, it felt like the game was over. You're doing the Lord's work, DMac, by talking about the Rockies. You're the best, DMac. Well, I appreciate it. That's very nice of you. Do the Rockies have talent in the farm system? Well, they got this guy Ritter, who's got like a 15-game hitting streak and has hit a shit ton of home runs. And I don't know, bring him up at this point. Why not? At this point, just get people off the street. Why not? All right. Rockies lose. The march towards history sees them dropping one to the Mets. We'll be back at it tomorrow for a march towards history, probably bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th feels like the right time to do this. And again, if I have anything better going on and I can't get to it, I won't. But again, not rooting against them, rooting for them, but documenting how this is going. So you can put this in the vault. How did they lose this one? Terrible pitching by Sensatella and no hitting whatsoever. Couple of errors, but it didn't really, that wasn't the bottom line. So there you go. All right, I'm going to Yacht Rock tonight. I hope you guys have a great day. Remember to like and subscribe to this channel, to the YouTube channel for Altitude. Really appreciate it if you did that. We have incredible content. The best Denver sports talk is right here on the Altitude YouTube channel. And if you're watching on X, appreciate that as well. You can always follow along on there too. All right, have a great afternoon, everybody. We'll see you.